April 2021 was the day that Chelsea fans saved football. As you all know, it was only a few days ago that Florentino Perez announced the European Super League and his plans to restructure the European football. The plan was simple: get all the big teams to join your side and take away a big portion of UEFA's revenue from them. Initially, England's Big Six, Italy's Big Three, and of course Spain's Big Three officially announced that they will be joining the Super League. Their plan was to reform the current UCL format and replace it with the Super League. They didn't want to leave their domestic competitions. However, as expected, UEFA was against it because they would lose a lot of money, and they instantly threatened the Super League clubs with potential fees and punishments for those teams. The domestic leagues of those 12 teams also took action, that they cooperated with UEFA to stop the Super League. None of the German and French teams joined this new league, including the likes of PSG, Bayern and Dortmund. Chelsea, like many other clubs that joined the Super League, were warned that if they join it, they will be removed from their domestic leagues. The players wouldn't be able to represent their national teams, and on top of that, they would have been fined and legal actions would have been taken against them. On the other hand, the footballing community was devastated by the news, and they decided to come together and stop the Super League. The outrage in social media from the fans and also many big football legends speaking against the ESL began the war between the football fans and the greedy billionaires.
Honestly, we have to wrestle back the power in this country from the clubs at the top of this league, and that includes my club. And I've been calling for 12 months as part of another group for an independent regulator to bring checks and balances in place to stop this happening. It's pure greed. They're imposters. They're nothing to do. The owners of this club, the owners of Liverpool, the owners of Chelsea, the owners of Manchester City, they're nothing to do with football in this country. There are 100 and odd years of history in this country from fans that have lived and loved these clubs, and they need protecting. The fans need protecting.
Football without fans means nothing. This is rule number one. If you don't respect it, you don't belong to this sport. These money-hungry billionaires completely ignored the fans. As a result, many fans started protesting against their clubs, including Chelsea fans. The people's response was more than enough for those teams to reconsider their position in their ESL, and they instantly felt the pressure, so they had to act quick. Money or fans, football or greed. Yesterday, just before Chelsea's match against Brighton, some great news started to spread around. At the time, Chelsea fans were around Stamford Bridge and they were protesting against the ESL. The Blues forced a reaction from Chelsea. The club decided to be the first team to leave the ESL. Petr Cech had to come to the fans and reassure them that they will try to fix the situation.
But give everybody time. Let people sort this out. But this is not the thing. You hang the team. Yeah, but give us time. Give people time. So, if you let the people in, let the bus go in. Don't harm your own players. People time to sort this out. Exactly. So why you have
The club knew what people wanted: leave the Super League. After Chelsea, Man City followed the same path and they left ESL. It was only a matter of time that Perez would react to the news, and he said that Chelsea and Man City leaving ESL is not a big deal and they are replaceable. Shortly after that, one by one, the clubs were leaving the Super League and things were not looking good for Florentino Perez. As of right now, Real Madrid, Barcelona and Juventus still haven't announced their departure from ESL. Chelsea fans initiated the fans forcing clubs to listen. Other fans were motivated and many will protest against their club for the benefit of the fans and this beautiful sport. The first victory was ours, however the war is not over. I'm sure a similar event will happen again, however, until then, fans must not let the core values of the sport be taken away from us. And by the way, who saw the Tottenham protest? There were 2.5 people outside the stadium. But it doesn't matter, because Chelsea is still the pride of London. Shout out to the Chelsea fans that went to the protest. You guys did an amazing job. We put a lot of pressure on the club, and the club was forced to react to it, and a lot of football fans followed the same path, and other big six fans are going to protest against their clubs. And this is our sport, and we have the right to say and the things that we know is going to benefit the sport. And the billionaires, they don't care about us, they care about the money. And wow, Chelsea fans will go down in the history books. We initiated this wave, and hopefully the future of football is going to be better. And yeah, I'm just proud to be a Chelsea fan.